Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's message. I am coming to you. It might be just a really quick one today because I'm squeezing it in. I'm actually I'm just waiting for my beautiful little granny at the moment. She's in at an appointment, if I can speak properly. Oh my God, it's been a crazy morning. And I just am buying some time because she's waiting around quite a lot. So I thought, why not get on here and check in with you guys and deliver today's message, which I find to be a really interesting one that can help to put just some perspective over the expectations that we place upon ourselves and whether those expectations are working for us or against us. So if you are somebody who is working towards something, or, maybe you've got some goals and maybe you're feeling as though you're not really getting toward them. Maybe you're feeling a bit defeated or helpless. All of those sort of things that can happen when we start to reach for something that we don't currently have. This message is going to be for you. So I hope that what I want to share with you guys today, I really hope that it just resonates with you, gets you thinking about how you are using expectations, whether they're working for you or against you, and definitely draw in a few little examples for you. And I'd, as usual, really love to hear from you guys. So as you are tuning in, I would love if you are called to say hi. Let me know where in the world you are tuning in from, and definitely play along at home. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, any questions that you may have as well. And if you do find value in today's message, then I would absolutely appreciate if you wanted to share it with anybody in your life that you care about. All right. Oh, okay. So I just want to say a quick shout out before I dive in, but I've got Aoni and Javier and Jose and Don and Roxana. Oh my gosh, beautiful. It's so good to see you. It feels like a million years ago. So today I wanted to deliver this topic for you guys, which is, if I can remember the title, God, I'm in a rush today. But impotence precedes excessive expectations. Okay, now what does that mean? Now, I want us to think about impotence as in terms of lacking in action, falling into a heap of helplessness, basically. Like not taking action, not moving forward, not being able to do what you want to do, basically, right? And I want us to think about this. There's a really fine line between striving for our potential and being excessively expecting of ourselves, right? And it is one of our favorite mentors in the world, in this realm of beautiful personal development, Tony Robbins, who says that when you swap your expectations for appreciations, your whole world changes. Now, if you think about it this way, if you have somebody in your life who expects you to do something, right? They've always got these expectations on you. And when you meet their expectations, generally speaking, when something is expected, it's not appreciated, because it's just, that's what it should be, right? Versus the experience that you can have with somebody in your life who really is just like blown away and appreciates what you've done, right? And how different that feels, how much more inspired you are to go above and beyond and give more, right? Because it feels good that somebody is giving you that gift of appreciation, right? And so the same is true in terms of how we treat ourselves, right? When we are excessively expecting of ourselves, we tend to procrastinate, avoid, move away from, right? It feels painful, the experience, and we don't get to celebrate any sort of progress because we don't even recognize it, right? Versus when we celebrate the wins, when we appreciate that we did something that was great for us, that was healthy for us, that, that was moving us forward, the corny old saying, doing something for that your future self will thank you for, right? And we have that appreciation, that sense of gratitude and gratefulness. That is the fuel source. And I wanted to give you this example from a funny old show that plays here in Australia. It's called Married at First Sight. And basically, pretty much think that basically everybody in Australia is practically watching this show, but nobody wants to admit that they're addicted to it and they like it. And for me personally, I don't even watch television, but this is the one show that always hooks me. And you know, basically you can look it up if you haven't heard of Married at First Sight, but basically it's where individuals marry a complete stranger, and they go into this 3-month experiment where they've been apparently selected by experts, you know, who believe that they can be compatible. And they put them into this 3-month experiment. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of stuff done for ratings, right? But for me personally, even if there's a lot of that's at play, it gives me, I just love like analyzing why people do what we do, and in particular in intimate partnership, and seeing and witnessing the patterns that come up and into play with two individuals who are just wanting the same thing, but they just can't seem to get on the same page with one another. It's a really, for me, I use it as a way of diving deeper and having awesome conversations with other people who watch the show, and talking about like how we can notice those patterns in our own lives, in our own beings, and you know, and you know, talk about how we would want to handle those sort of challenges and all that sort of great stuff, right? And one of the patterns that is really sticking out for me in this series is that the majority of the couples have these huge expectations that they're placing on, you know, this person who's a complete stranger. They have no idea, and they're meeting them at the end of the aisle, and there's this excessive expectation that this person is going to be their one forever, for, you know, their soulmate, their twin flame, you know, all the rest of it, right? And what's happening is there's so much disappointment, right? And it's just constant. And there's these expectations that just keep getting expressed at higher and higher levels, and then they can never get met, and it's just disappointment after disappointment, and blame and projection and all this stuff. But there are two couples who, one in particular, who just see so much good in the other, and they just feel so lucky that they've met one another, they've been partnered up, they see all the good, they have immense gratitude, they just can't believe how lucky they are that they've been partnered with this person. And like, again, Tony Robbins quotes, right, like, what's wrong is always available, but so is what's right. And it's not that these people have been partnered up with these more amazing human beings, right? It's more so that what they focus on is creating their entire experience. And those couples who are living in expectation mode are creating an experience for themselves where the person who can't match up is basically impotent, helpless, stuck, doesn't know what else to do. And the person who's placing all these high expectations is just disappointed, you know, hateful, blaming, right? But those couples who are absolutely appreciative of who they're partnered up with, like, it is just a game changer. And like I said, it's a shift in focus, it's a shift in treatment, and it always starts in how you're treating yourself. All right, so my question for you before I check in with the comments and say hi to you guys, and see if you've got any words of wisdom that you want to contribute today as well, or any questions that you may have. My challenge for you guys, my invitation to you guys, is to just take a moment of reflection and to just go, how could I look at the past month, the past year, right? The past couple of years over these crazy times, and how could I just appreciate myself? Like, how could I appreciate how I've grown, what shifts I've made, what decisions I've made, how I am making certain choices that are in alignment with my health and my progress, my kindness, how I'm treating others. Like, where are you missing out on the appreciation for yourself because you've got all these expectations? Maybe you have a pattern like mine, which is future, right? Like, always getting to that next thing, right? And just having these expectations, like you meet one, then you move to the next, right? How could you just just take a breather right now and just fully show up for yourself and appreciate yourself, knowing that appreciation is the fuel source for meaningful experience in your every daily life, right? I didn't really say that right, but you guys get what I mean, right? So swapping those expectations for appreciations, and if you want to take it one step further, if you're able to do that for yourself, the next step is then to, how can I really see what's right in the people that I'm surrounded with? How could I shift my expectations to appreciations, and what sort of results would I be experiencing as a result of that, right? What would be my experience of this person, of our relationship, of my life, all of it, right? And I challenge you and invite you to do that this week. Do it today. And I'd love to hear from you guys. And I don't know how much longer I've got, so I better check in with you guys. So who have I got here? I have got Aoni and Javier and Jose and Don and Roxana and Lazo and Judith and Krishna and Klaus and Javier. Thank you so much for those beautiful, kind words, my friend. Appreciate you. And Klaus from Colombia, South America. I love it. So cool. And good to have you. And Nana is here. And Jonathan, hello to you. Much love coming your way. So I want to thank you guys for showing up today, and just take this on board, right? Like, impotence precedes excessive expectation. If you really want to get moving in your life, if you really want to get beyond the helplessness, the procrastination, the feeling of being stuck and confused, I guarantee you, your fuel is residing in your ability to appreciate yourself, and then start appreciating all those people around you, situations that you're a part of, having a roof over your head, having beautiful food, like anything, right? Just pick it up and step it up in that game if you really want to maximize your potential and your action towards that potential in an enjoyable way, right? So, and I can see Andy's joined us as well. So anybody just joining now, I hope you catch the recording. I hope you get a ton of value from today's message. Hope it's just kind of a bit of a pep in your step today. And I'd love to hear from you guys if you do decide to take up that invitation and start really just taking a breather and appreciating yourself, all right? And see your energy increase and start directing it towards what you're most inspired by, right? Take the roof off, take the lid off, and dream a bit bigger, and use that fuel of appreciation, all right? And Kobe's here as well. Hope you guys catch the rest of this as I'm just about to sign off. But thank you so much for showing up live for this kind of random Facebook Live from the car as I wait for my beautiful granny in her appointment. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys very, very soon. So much love, and I'll see you soon.